Do you ever say what you think will be your personal equivalent to When Pigs Fly? Well, I will start a music review show ripping off Zero Punctuation if Poppy releases a metal album. I Disagree is the third studio album by American musician Poppy and is, surprisingly, a metal album. I disagree. Yeah, Poppy, I said that already. No, it's not metal. Genre labels don't exist anymore. Not to commit the musical equivalent of There Are Only Two Genders, but what the fuck else am I supposed to call an album with distorted chugging guitars, blast beats, and scream vocals that sound like the love child of Lorde and baby metal that's been huffing the stench coming off of the first two Manson albums? Fine, whatever you say, Poppy. I Disagree is not a metal album that shares some disturbing similarities to a metal album, like practically everything superficial, but under the hood is, well, a Poppy album. Holy shit, stop the presses, this is unprecedented innovation. The album opens with Concrete, a song that begins with a siren as if to say, you might want to stand back, I'm about to barf up from the Manson fumes. Concrete is actually one of the worst songs on the album. The tone is all over the place and the lyrics sound like they were written by Alex Jones. But I need the taste of young blood in my teeth. Jesus Christ, Poppy, I didn't know you were friends with the Clintons. The album really perks up with Blood Money. There's another Clinton joke in there, but I'm trying to stay on 24-hour Suicide Watch, if you catch my drift. It opens presenting the philosophical question of belief relative to who is watching, almost being the musical equal to the television show What Would You Do? Except without any of the depth because the lyrics go fucking nowhere. Don't give me a philosophical stiffy just to give me thoughtless, repetitive blue balls. I don't dislike the lyrics in the title track that seem to tackle things like utopian ideology and violent revolution, but then again, it could just be about her relationship with her former songwriting partner. She invites an easy anime comparison by opening the song speaking Japanese. I have no idea what she's saying, but chances are it's something to the effect of, Titanic Sinclair is a dick, I'm going to go ride ghost mains. The hook of the song is the catchiest on this album and put me in the mood of actually wanting to hear the rest of it. A goodwill that the album tries its damnedest to lose in the second half, mind you. Fill the Crown is a forgettable track insofar as I heard it leading up to the album's release, and it wasn't until I sat down to write the review that I realized that that wasn't the first time I had heard it. Nothing I Need is boring. It's another celebrity whining about how being famous isn't actually what they needed. And while you're under no obligation to like the rich and famous lifestyle, she even acknowledges that it isn't something worth complaining about. Quote, they would die for your position. If you know you're in a place of privilege, why the fuck are you complaining? Just because you're self-aware doesn't stop you from coming across as ungrateful and annoying. Sit and Stay is another track that can get fucked. The backslash in the title is just dumb, and it reminds me of how Volbeat names their albums. Except Volbeat usually goes somewhere new with the second half of the title, whereas this one just chooses to languish in it. Lyrically, it's about how the music industry treats the modern celebrity singer, and yeah, I agree with you, but wasn't that your original stick parodying that? Without the industry being the way it is, you wouldn't have a career, Poppy. It's a shame, too, because the music is actually quite good. I actually hate the title of the next track. Bite Your Teeth. Biting is something done with teeth. So to bite one's own teeth would require you to have some loose teeth in your fucking mouth. Have you taken up meth, Poppy? Apparently the title comes from an Alan Watts quote, trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. And yeah, while it may be equally as difficult or painful, the word indefinable exists, and you don't even have to pull your own teeth out to say it. This song is bad. It's lyrically fucking stupid. It goes nowhere. Also, the Fever Dream section sounds like The Simpsons, which made the whole song sillier. I'd almost like it if it didn't feel like she was proud of this. None of the musical ideas feel connected in any way, shape, or form. The random screams are really starting to grate on me, and this just feels like she wants to show us how metal she is. Sorry, non-genre specific guitar chugging music with scream vocals and blast beat drums she is. Well, do you have any things you like about the album, Blake? Yes, as I stated earlier, I Disagree and Blood Money are both worth hearing even if they aren't exactly great songs. The album really peaks with Anything Like Me, a track about personal struggle, realizing enemies can be more similar to you than allies are. For sure, it's about the Mars Argo lawsuit. Poppy even stated she felt Titanic had become emotionally manipulative and abusive toward her the same way he had Mars. The music follows the same turmoil of the lyrics, the doubling of the vocal performance is needed here, and the screams after the second chorus are actually haunting. It's just a shame that she overuses this later in the album. It's well written, the music is good, and very relatable and human in a way Poppy normally isn't. The album ends in the same human and relatable way too. Sick of the Sun is a track about a creative obsessed with making their art perfect, and how it drains and depresses you. I really felt that, and the connection is nice. The vibe returns to a much calmer one, similar to Nothing I Need, but it's more defeated than last time, and I think that's what's needed for the song. Don't Go Outside closes the album and continues its honesty. The ethereal feeling of the music combined with the electronic grinding of earlier is actually fantastic, helping to tie a nice little bow on a tonal mess of an album. It's unfortunate that she shatters that to go to a sort of unwelcome ghost-sounding section with no prep whatsoever, before returning to a less ethereal sound. The album ends with a callback to the hookiest part of the album, I Disagree's chorus, with hints of Concrete and Fill the Crown. I like the idea, and the execution even sounds pretty good, but why remind me of two songs and one good one? All in all, I didn't hate the album. I sort of liked it, actually. I can't recommend it because it feels too shallow and underthought for my taste. Tons of good ideas, but ones that felt like they were written down once, performed, and then forgotten about. But at a 35-minute runtime, there are certainly worse things you could do with that time. Like pull out your own teeth or take up meth.